Okay, welcome to the Doing It with Purpose podcast, where I am your host, Cornelius T. Summers Sr., aka they call me Lil Cuddy. Also, I have with me my co-host, Greg Peterson, aka The Deep. And so we
Deep.
just want to welcome you to the podcast this afternoon. And hey, I'll turn it over to Deep.
Welcome to Doing It with Purpose podcast, where doing it with a passion is doing it with purpose. And if you're not doing it with passion or purpose, hey, you're not doing it at all.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah,
Coming from
yeah,
the deep, coming from the
yeah,
deep.
yeah.
Hey, we just wanted to stop by today and just share a few topics that we had on our heart with you today. But one topic that's mainly and closely and dearly to us is we have a missing friend, a missing family member, an individual who we haven't seen his whereabouts for some time. And I'm going to let Greg give a little bit more detail on that. But yeah, man, it's hard to swallow when things hit this close to home. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, we actually looking for Tony Etheridge Jr. He's been missing since he has last had contact with the family January the 1st. I've been in close contact with the family. He's a family member, like a little son, little brother. Hey, I coached the man little league football. He pretty much part of the family, man. And he been missing since he last had contact with the family January the 1st. And
Wow.
they're looking for him. Um, just we need your prayers, your thoughts. If anybody seen him, or if anybody just run across him, hey man, get in contact with the family. The Lexington
Definitely.
County Sheriff Department, they are also involved.
If little Tony himself happens to see this podcast, man,
Yeah,
please reach out to your family. They're concerned
yeah,
about you.
yeah,
They're worried about you. They want to see a safe return.
yeah.
But more importantly, if anyone has any whereabouts, please contact Detective Reed with the Lexington County Sheriff Office at 803-785-8230. That's Detective Reed at 803-785-8230. We're praying for a safe return. We're praying for safe feedback. And wow, I just can't imagine. You and I was talking a few weeks ago, Greg, about some of the small things that we get on our kids about or we worry about. But man, January 1st, I was able to hug both of my kids. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine what the family's dealing with at this moment. But as visitors of the podcast, as subscribers, viewers, hey, please keep the Etheridge family in your prayers.
Yeah, prayers up, prayers up.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because you never know. It's their season right now. You never know when your season may hit.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
hey,
Everybody has a
yeah,
season of ups and downs.
yeah. So our
Um,
prayers
but speaking
for
of
that
ups and
family.
downs,
Yeah,
man, Alabama's in some turmoil right now.
yeah,
They got a coaching position on Indeed or one of these hiring networks.
yeah, yeah,
Then man, I would say New England, but they jumped on board and got them some help quickly. But Nick Saban, 24 years of coaching, I think, phenomenal, impeccable resume at
yeah.
Alabama. What's your thoughts on Nick calling it
Man,
quits,
Nick,
man?
they actually have already hired the dude. Man, they hired the dude from
From Washington.
Washington.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so they already got him in place, man.
I guess they
How that's
figure,
gonna work
hey,
out?
if he
Yeah,
make it to the national championship with Washington, man,
yeah.
he gonna come here and
Yeah,
keep things going. And
keep things rolling, man. But man, Nick, man, he's a pretty much like everybody would say. They throw this word loosely around now. The younger people, man, they the
that's
goat,
the goat.
man.
That's the goat.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna call
Nick.
him the Godfather of
Yeah.
football
Oh
because he
yeah,
was
man.
just he was so calm and his whole demeanor put you in the mind of Bill Belichick on a college level.
Yeah.
And here it is, Bill Belichick. He retires as well.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
not retires. I take that back. Nick retired. Mr. Nick, Coach
Yeah.
Nick Saban retired.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick just amicably said, "Hey, me and New England Patriots no longer see eye to
Yeah,
eye.
we
I'm
gonna
gonna go
take a
my
little
way.
separation.
He's
Yeah.
gonna go his way." So, if Bill Belichick right now does not have a job going into next football season, what would be your take on that?
It would be shocking, man. This man, he still got something in the tank. I think, man. I think he can help some teams, man.
Which team?
The
Which team?
Commanders, he could help. Really, anybody that's got a coaching position open, man. I feel like he can help them, man.
So they done fired Ron Rivera from
Oh yeah,
Washington
Ron
Commanders.
gone, man.
Come
Ron been
on,
gone, man. Yeah,
See, if
I think
Ron would have
left there
took
last
Cam
night.
with him, I think Ron would have been okay, man.
Cam
Ron
who?
should have took Cam Newton with him to Washington.
Oh, for real? Hey, man.
That's
it
just
it
been
definitely
my
wouldn't
take.
have hurt. It definitely wouldn't have hurt.
You
Man.
know,
Yeah.
Cam Newton, Ron Rivera, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
That's how I view it. That's just my small take on it and things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, I hate to see these coaches move on, but at the same time, everything needs a change.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The Los
everything.
Angeles Chargers got a good team out there, man.
Oh
Bill
yeah,
can
with a great quarterback and Justin
for
Herbert,
real.
and they got
Bill
some
can
young
put them back on
receivers.
the map, man.
Clemson player Mike Williams out there. Ain't he?
Yeah, Mike Williams out there. He can't stay healthy, but he out there. He balling when he on the field.
Speaking of which, knowing that you're a Clemson fan, I cannot
Yes, sir.
let this go by because I've said
All
this
in,
in the
go
bar.
Tigers.
I have said this in the barbershop for years. Any of my customers who have discussed football with me, especially college football, know how strongly I felt about this. I have always said the very moment that Nick Saban walks away from Alabama, Dabo Swinney was going to be a top candidate to go there.
Well,
Now-
yes, of course that's where he's from, man. He's gonna be a top candidate, but man, Dabo got a gold mine up there, man.
I wonder why he didn't take the job.
Yeah,
though.
he got a gold mine. He wasn't offered the job, man. The fans down there didn't want the man. They was down there chanting, "Hey, man, anybody but Dabo, man."
So I look at it this way: Alabama was paying Nick Saban about $11 million a year.
Yeah,
Clemson almost topped that in paying Dabo Swinney about $9 million.
yeah.
So $2 million don't mean nothing to Dabo.
Nah, man, he don't need no money, man. He ain't doing this for the money no more. But of course, money gonna play a factor in it, man. But hey, man, when you got a gold mine, man, you're not just gonna walk away from a gold mine and just cause you think, like the saying goes, the grass ain't always green on the other side.
I'm not a Clemson fan, but I admire
Why not?
Dabo. I admire Dabo and the program that he has established up there. But if it's one thing that I can admire the most about Dabo Swinney is when he said BYOG.
Yeah.
He said,
Hey,
I give
bring
you a
your own
helmet,
guts, man.
I give you a helmet,
Yeah.
I give you a jersey.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
we'll
feed
even
you.
give you a dorm, we'll feed
Yeah.
you. But you got to bring your own guts,
bring
man.
your own guts,
and
man.
that's just that
yeah.
type of motivation. Hey, it motivated me, and I ain't played football like that. So yeah, man. So
But shout out to Eddie Mack, man, for getting me involved with them Clemson Tigers, man.
man, you know, with you and Eddie Mack, y'all go back like 4 flats on the
for sure,
Cadillac.
for
So
sure, for sure.
yeah, most definitely. And shout out to Jessica Barr.
Oh yeah,
A
Slim,
legend up
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Slim was a legend up there. Pull up plenty of points.
Yeah.
And hey man, she keeps that
All-American,
keeps
all
this town on the
everything up
map
there.
up there in Clemson.
Oh,
man.
for
They
sure.
treat her like
sure.
they treat her like the goat up there.
Oh, yeah.
And she was.
Yeah.
Speaking of the games, yesterday, in all your years of playing football and all your years of playing sports, you done played with some legends. Some that have made it to the NFL like Eddie Mack. Some that have, went on to play JUCO or D1 ball. Would y'all have played in that tundra that Kansas City and Miami played in yesterday?
Pretty much, man. If you playing football, you're gonna have to play, man. You can't turn that down. I was just talking to some guys last night. Another Batesburg Leesville great, Howard Rowe, man.
Oh,
whatever.
Uncle Mo.
Yeah, Uncle Mo, man. Me and him was talking about the game last night, and
And Uncle Mo, by the way, is in the record books of that.
oh yeah, for sure, man. I didn't know the man played basketball too, man. He was
man.
He was on the little floor for the basketball thing, man.
Okay.
I was talking to him about the Woodruff game, man. We went up to Woodruff, 83. Played against Tony Rice. He played with Notre Dame and all them, man. It was,
I was
so
2
cold
years old
up there.
then, but okay.
Yeah, man, it was so cold up there, man. It ain't make no sense. So I could imagine what they was going through last night, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? But that was ridiculous.
And don't get me wrong, I know Tyreek Hill played at Kansas City and should have been somewhat familiar, but it don't take but 2 months to get climatized down there in Miami, and you good. But you come all the way up there, Tua wasn't itself.
No, man.
The
That was
defense
over before
wasn't
they
itself.
started, man. They ain't won a game against, I think, like under 34-degree weather.
Yeah,
Probably never, man.
That's a hard adjustment to make. And don't get me wrong, I was stationed in Germany, Grafenwöhr, Germany. At that, any military veterans watching and have served overseas, they know Grafenwöhr, Germany. Hey, that's the coldest place, one of the coldest places you can go. But I don't think it was touching Kansas City last night, man. That was you'd have hit me as hard as some of them guys was getting hit. I wouldn't hold on to no football. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have been. I'd have went out there with my little long jacket on. I would have had to have something.
Tyreek Hill was out there early, man, with no jacket, ain't no nothing, just no sleeves or whatever. But right before the game started, man, they put the camera on. The man was like, "Hey, man, get me a jacket, man.
I know that's
Hey,
right.
I need a jacket.
And
Yeah,
he
it's
got to
cold out
stand
here,
for
man.
something. Tyreek said,
Yeah,
"I stand for something. I stand for
yeah.
heat."
Oh yeah.
Speaking of standing for something, well, before we go into standing for something, I believe
Houston, Texas.
postponed. They postponed the
Yeah, the
Buffalo,
Buffalo game
yeah,
is
because they
there.
were in 3 feet of snow or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
But the
that was
Houston
crazy.
Texans and Cleveland Browns played Saturday afternoon also, man. Houston, man, they done came out of nowhere. They
Hey,
look good,
they
man.
got a great quarterback.
Yeah, this Stroud kid, he for
C.J.
real,
Stroud
man.
is the
Yeah, he
truth.
for real.
He's
That's
he's the next coming to Cam Newton if there is one.
yeah.
That
A
big
lot of my
tall frame.
homeboys that they Carolina Panthers fans, man.
Yeah.
They was like, hey, man, that's who they wanted, man. They was begging for
Oh
Carolina to
yeah.
pick him,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
but yeah,
it's a
they
lot of
but
these
the
young
defense,
quarterbacks are coming, man, and
yeah,
they're gonna be spread around because you got what Chicago. They ain't set on necessarily
yeah.
keeping Justin Fields. They thinking about picking up the Williams kid out of USC.
Man, we need Williams in New York, man. But that's no whole nother story. Yeah.
y'all need Bill Belichick up there in New York.
Hey, I'll take Bill right now,
Hey,
man.
y'all take
I'll take
Saban.
Bill. Yeah.
Hey, better than
Yeah.
what you got, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah. So those games were phenomenal
Oh yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. Houston playing some defense too, man.
Oh,
It ain't
yeah.
all about Stroud. He playing some defense. Yeah.
Hey, some of these teams that look like they 9-7 or 9-8 or whatever because you added the extra season this year. But hey, at the end of the day, man, a lot of these teams are stepping up to the plate and they playing good ball, man.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
come playoffs, everybody record 0-0.
Yep,
Some you
yep.
have home field advantage, some don't, and it shows in your Miami and your Kansas City game because of the weather conditions. But when you playing in these domes and this artificial turf, hey, whoever got to go up there and see Detroit, hey, they got some trouble on their hands.
The Rams got Detroit late on the night, man.
They got some trouble on their hands, man. So
Yeah, but I was if I was a betting man, I probably would have been betting with Cleveland, man. I didn't think Houston was gonna be able to.
I
do
thought
that to 'em.
I thought not Jack, but I thought Joe Flacco's experience and Super Bowl appearances and just his tutelage was going to help because he came in. The man was on his couch first part of the season. He was at Home Depot and Lowe's, just doing renovations to his home, and then next thing you know, he on the field throwing touchdowns and warring us again. But
No, but
Joe
they loaded,
Cool,
man. Well, the offense is loaded. They've been playing good D all year. They got Cooper,
oh yeah,
the tight end from Miami.
and they think he's the fourth or fifth quarterback all season.
Yeah,
For them,
exactly.
for them to even make it to the playoffs is a pretty good accomplishment. They ought to be happy with their season.
Oh, yeah.
No one's happy unless they win the Super Bowl per
sure,
se, but
for sure.
I think they did fairly well. So that's pretty cool. But speaking of which, on tomorrow, with this being Sunday, and this will probably air later on in the week, but tomorrow we just wanted to give a shout out to the King family
Yes,
for
sir.
continuing to celebrate the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King
Yes, sir.
Jr.
Salute.
For everything that he stood for. Man, I don't think we teach the children enough about his accomplishments.
Yeah.
My son's in school, my daughter's in college, but I remember being in school. We talked about Dr. Martin Luther King a little bit, probably during the shortest month of the month, Black History Month. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's just not enough said sometimes. I know they have a new museum down there in Charleston, South Carolina. I want to check out the African American Museum. I haven't been down there yet.
Pick your mic up, yeah.
But yeah, I would like to definitely get involved and see if I can have an opportunity to. There we go, little mic situation. But I definitely would like to get down there and check that out and see that museum. But yeah, definitely wanted to get a shout out to MLK Day, which is supposed to be a day on, not a day off. But what is your take on the MLK holiday?
Really, I don't think all the companies are closing down, shutting down, or whatever. But they haven't been doing it for years. That's the way they make money. So I think it should be like pretty much all the governments and stuff, they shutting down.
Yeah, the
like
banks and your
federal
libraries, all your
buildings,
state,
all that stuff. They
federal
shutting down,
buildings.
man. Whatever, but a lot more stuff could be shut down. But it is what it is, man. There's nothing we can do about that.
What would be one of your possible most memorable moments on the MLK Day?
Oh man, I didn't participate. I didn't attend or whatever. But the Million Man March, man.
Oh yeah,
Or whatever back
phenomenal.
in the day, man. Yeah,
Phenomenal event.
that was crazy, man. It was really like just seeing it on TV live, man. You would never thought they'd pull that off like that, man.
Oh yeah,
Or whatever.
yeah. I mean, it was you got a million, well, not a million, but you had hundreds of thousands
Oh yeah,
of African American
yeah,
men and women
yeah,
coming together to support a cause. And I hate that that day is so racially divided.
yeah.
Although you do have plenty of Caucasians
Oh yeah,
or other ethnicities that celebrate that day. Um, I think because of the civil rights movement and what Martin Luther King stood for, it's kind of deemed a African American or a black holiday, but
and
it's
it
not.
should just be a holiday,
It should just
man.
be a holiday. We
Yeah, a
celebrate
holiday.
President's Day and
Yeah,
some of these other
exactly.
days. We don't separate it by race.
Yeah,
But I think just throughout history, that's just what it has turned into. And so, yeah, I hope everyone had a great MLK holiday. I hope
yeah.
they use it as a day on, not a
3 day
day off.
weekend, man.
Yeah, and get involved. And these
Yeah,
kids were out of school
yeah.
again.
Again,
Speaking of which, they were out
yeah.
of school 2 days the week prior to the MLK holiday,
Because
and
it was cold,
because it was
not
cold and the
because
wind
anything
was
was
going to be
going on. Because it
blowing
was
and the
cold. It was
weather.
raining and all
And
that
don't
stuff.
get me wrong, possible tornadoes, but I
Yeah.
remember
Oh
being
yeah.
able to sit in the hallway. You take
Yeah.
that old science book or that math
Oh
book.
yeah,
Nowadays they
man.
could take a laptop because everything is their whole little Chromebooks. But we got Indian style, and you learn how to put your head
Yep.
underneath the
For
desk,
sure.
put your legs between your legs. But anytime any inclement weather come up now, oh, it's
Oh
e-learning.
yeah, they out of
I need
school,
the
man.
school to start sending some money home, some
Yeah.
bag lunches, some daycare money. Fortunate for me, I don't have kids in daycare, but I shout out to all the parents, single moms, single dads, married couples. If you're having to pay daycare prices because of some of this inclement weather, so Baseburg, our hometown, Baseburg, Leesville, they did a half a day. Not only did they do a half a day, but they got out an hour early than the half a day would normally be. But Saluda, right down the road, they started out going to do a half a day, but their administration elected to say, "Hey, we're gonna stay in school." I like them people down there.
Not I like the
I
people
like
down
them
there,
people
man.
down there because hey,
Yeah.
I'm leaving my son home half a day. No more snacks. There are
Not
no
no more snacks.
no snacks left by the
Come on,
time I
man.
get home, man. So yeah, shout out to Saluda for staying in school, Baseburg.
Not triple salute, salute.
Hey,
Yeah.
get some of the insight from the administration down there because hey, them kids could have been in school, man.
Yeah.
They could have been in
Oh
school.
yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, man, just think the way they do things nowadays is
It's
totally
different,
different,
man. It's different. It's
totally
different.
different.
It's different.
So
The
but yeah,
kids are different also, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a different breed.
it
It's a
is. It
different breed.
is.
So
It is.
yeah.
My son's 14 years old. By the way, the executive producer of this program, responsible for a lot of behind the scenes and putting things together. Shout out to him. But
He done been fired 3 times already.
five
But
three
hey,
times,
it's
three
all good.
times. But he
Yeah.
keeps us on our toes,
Oh
man.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
respect his insight because he's
Oh yeah.
connected to what's coming
Oh
behind
yeah.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have talks with him all the time about just this generation of kids. And he tell, "Oh, Dad, you don't understand." No, I understand, son. I just you all do things a little bit different than what I would like to see, but nonetheless, I try my best to give him that leeway to learn from his mistakes, but also learn from my mistakes as well.
Yeah.
And you have two sons,
Yeah.
both grown. But what was your experience in just raising them to be the young, respectful men that I know them to be and I experience them to be?
My experience, man, pretty much was a lead by example, man. So I was just trying to show them, I was just the things that I was doing, just working, taking care of the family, making sure they had everything they need, everything they wanted or whatever. A spoiled rotten to this day, still yet, man,
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
So I was just a leading by example, trying to just show them a little stuff, how to do the right thing. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Be respectful of the women and, you know, just just how to be a good man, man.
And that's a lost art.
Yeah.
The yes sir, no sir. I think some kids that I experience, no offense to the ones that don't use yes sir or no sir, because let's think about it. I work in the barber shop. You stop by the shop sometimes, and if we're talking to some of the high school kids, we're laughing and joking with them and helping them feel comfortable just talking to adults. And we're not too big on, hey, you need to say yes sir to me or
Yeah,
no sir
nah,
to me.
nah, nah,
But
nah. I
I
don't
think
need that.
sometimes when we don't enforce that, they get too comfortable.
Yeah.
And then when they go back out into the world, to the school, to the community, that's just been a lost art of just using those manners to communicate. Because I tell my son all the time, a bad name will be somewhere well before you get there.
Oh yeah,
And so
for
you
sure,
you need that good name
for sure.
to supersede you in your character. You got it. That's all you have. That's all
Yeah,
you
for
have.
sure. But hey, me personally, man, just talking to the young guys, man. I try to, get down on their level, or basically bring them up to my level. So you don't really have to say yes sir, no sir. I want you to talk to me just like you talking to your homeboys or whatever. But
Exactly.
I don't want you to be disrespectful in no means or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they just be respectful.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
respectful all the time. It ain't just saying yes sir and no sir. It's when you shaking my hand, if you sitting down, stand up,
Exactly.
or look me in my eye when you talking, and just say little things like that, man, whatever. But I was just thinking about a story you said about my two sons or whatever, just showing them stuff, man, whatever. And I know I've showed them 2 or 3 times, man, plenty of times or whatever. But my oldest son, um, my grandson, he got christened today
Oh
or
wow.
whatever. So we had to pretty much go and witness that, man.
How was
And
that? Because
oh, it
see,
was it
speaking of which, you got to think. When I grew up with you, you've always been like that big brother to me, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you had children, or whatever. But now, still that big brother to me, still that role model.
Oh
But
yeah.
you like,
Oh yeah.
oh, you a whole full time
Oh
granddad.
yeah, for sure. Got 2 grandsons,
I call
man.
you some days and be like, hey man, what you doing, man? I'm going to pick up Mir.
Yeah,
Going
man.
to
Me and
pick
Mir
up
about to
Mir,
be
like,
outside going hard all day,
oh yeah,
man.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but no, man. Them cats say the christening, it was great, man. We really enjoyed it. The whole
So in your
family was
famous,
there.
in the famous words of Greg Peterson, did you cry?
Nah, I didn't cry this time, man.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't cry. It
You
wasn't no
cried when you
crying
got in the
moment,
car.
man. Hey, Carson, man. Hey, he was just full of joy, man. He was
That's what's
talking,
up.
trying to take over the whole service and stuff, man. So I ain't even have a chance to cry, man. But
That's what's up, man.
with them 2 cats, man, Cameron and it's actually DJ's son,
Yeah.
and Cameron. So we getting dressed this morning, and I'm like, Cameron, you got to put on a bow tie, man. You know how to tie a bow tie? I don't have a clue. Man, I done showed you this like 13 times, man. I don't have a clue, Dad. So yesterday, DJ, he getting, just trying on a suit and stuff, whatever. Get a tie, whatever, man. Dad, I ain't got a clue about how to tie this tie.
Yeah.
Man, I know I done showed you how to tie a tie
Man.
like 1,300,000 times, man, whatever. But DJ pretty wild, man. DJ, hey, Dad. Hey, just tie the tie, man, and leave it like that, man. Hey, I'll
Oh
put it
yeah.
on like that tomorrow, whatever.
See, I
It's
untie
just
all
little,
my ties.
yeah.
And for him, CJ, I pretty much put him on the clip-ons when he was younger. But
That's what I
he's
should
at
have
that
did.
age now where he needs to know how every
Yeah,
young man needs to
yeah,
have a tie,
exactly.
and every young man needs to have at least one suit. But by
Yeah.
the time you're in your high teens, going into your 20s, you ought to have several
Yeah,
suits.
yeah.
But the tying of a tie is a lost art. I haven't taught CJ how to yet, but
He got time, man.
definitely I put him in suits. I mean,
Yeah,
he's in my size right now, so he pretty much will go in my closet and he'll wear one to school, but he's gonna wear a shirt with no tie because he don't know how to tie a tie. But we're gonna get him there.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get him there. But yeah, that's amazing, man. So what's the difference, the big difference between being a father and a grandfather for you, from your perspective?
Grandfather, man. It's totally different, man. To be honest with you, man, because being a father, I felt like pretty much I'm responsible for these cats, man. I
Yeah.
have to, make sure they got what they want, got what they need. Make sure they doing what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
And all that and whatever. They right there with me. Pretty much 24/7 or whatever. But being a grandfather, man, I can bring Mir to the house, man, and spoil him rotten, man.
And give him back.
Yeah. Hey, man, when Mir get buck wild, hey, Mir, you about to go back to the house, man.
It's funny because your daughter could share. She posted something on social media
Oh,
the
my
other
goodness,
week
she
of
be
Mir,
going hard at my
and so
man.
I sent her a little private message like, "Hey, don't do my boy Mir like that." Because Sherry was like,
send her
"Listen,
one too, man.
going back to that topic, these kids out of school, they just sent Mir home. I think it was her birthday week. She was supposed to have been at the house just chilling. She was like, "Hey, Mir ain't having that, man. Mir in charge when he home." So,
For
hey,
sure,
all I can do
man.
is respect that. So,
For sure, man. We got
Oh, yeah.
I got a little clip, man. We might end up posting, man. Whatever the man, he want to be outside all the time, man.
All
And
the
then when it's
time.
raining, man, you can see him. She video him standing to the window, singing the little rain, go away song, man.
oh man,
What's the point? Rain, rain,
Go away song, man.
oh man. So he loving it. He loving it.
Yeah. For
That's
sure.
what's up. That's what's up. So you seem to be enjoying that grandfather role, man, and I must
Oh
say it
yeah,
looks good
no
on you.
doubt, no
I'm
doubt,
in no
man.
rush. I don't
No,
want any
yeah,
grandkids at the moment. I'm sure it'll happen at some point one day, but at the moment, I'm fine just raising these spoiled jokers that I have already at
oh
the
yeah,
house,
for
man.
sure.
And but yeah, man, having kids is it's a blast. I didn't
Yeah,
know what type of parent I would be growing up, and I pray that my kids look at me as me doing my very best. I'm
oh
hard
yeah,
on them,
oh yeah,
and but I'm just trying to prepare them for a tough world
for sure,
that's out here
for
before
sure,
them.
for sure.
So it is what it is. They know it's much love. Shout out to Ayana and CJ Summers. But man, them jokers, boy, they'll get in my
Oh yeah,
pockets
yeah, that's
and wear my
not only your pockets, man. They get everything,
get
man.
on my nerves,
Yeah,
man. I
everything, man.
can't.
Make you wonder why you had kids or whatever.
When they
For
want
sure.
something done, they want dad to stop
Yeah.
doing what they're doing right then. Dad, I
Oh
need
yeah.
this. Dad, I need. They want their
Yeah.
cash app to ding ding, but let me need something.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh
I gotta
yeah.
wait. Hey, you ain't gonna take the trash out?
Yeah.
Knowing that when Mom Dukes come home, she fussing at me for stuff that they didn't do.
Yeah.
But yeah. But hey, man, as we get ready to end this little snippet here and share based on the things that we've shared, we can't leave this episode or this portion of the podcast and not talk about these people that's going to get it on Facebook,
Oh
man.
my goodness,
'Cause,
man. Lake Murray Dam, hey man. We need all active lifeguard, coast guard, fire trucks, whatever it is, man. We need y'all out here at Lake Murray Dam, man. We got a lot of these people out here. Sometimes they running the dam, sometimes they jumping off the dam, man.
Hey,
I would call names, but I don't want to put nobody out there
in
like
my
that.
Bubba Dub voice, Dallas Cowboys trash.
Super duper.
Hey man,
Super
they didn't
duper.
play as well as they played.
Man.
That Prescott was a MVP candidate
Man.
up until this last game when he just stunk. The best player on the Green Bay Packers that game was Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree,
Two
man.
pick sixes.
Yeah, I
I think it
totally
might even
agree,
turn
man.
into a third interception. But hey,
Don't get me wrong, I don't feel bad at all, man. I
not,
actually
not,
feel
not-
pretty good.
You sound like a Giant fan. You
I
sound
am.
like a New York
I
Giant
am.
fan.
I am. Go Big Blue.
Hey, I'm telling you, these Dallas Cowboy fans, man. Hey, I don't want to make any promises. I'm gonna talk it over with my wife and see what my bills look like. But hey, I might offer some Dallas Cowboy fans a percentage off from their haircut because I know, hey,
They probably not getting no haircuts this week, man. Where they got to go? They ain't going to see nobody, man.
This
They ain't
side-
getting no cut this week, man. They about to lose all that money, man. I'm tell you that right now. They not gonna be out, man. They not gonna be out. They probably about to shut Facebook down.
I
They
do
probably about to
apologize,
shut
man. You
Facebook down.
gotta be laughing, man. This
For real,
psychotherapy
man.
they gonna need right now,
Yeah.
man. Jared Jones finna fire everybody on the staff.
Man, they should be used to this though.
Hey, Jared Jones finna fire
Hey,
everybody
we
on
need
the
to
staff.
stop though, man. Really, because they gonna feel like, hey, we turn this into a cowboy bashing session, man. That's
Hey,
not what this is.
They gonna
man.
do that regardless.
You right.
And the
though.
first
You
thing
right.
they're gonna ask me is, "Hey, Kaniz, who your team?" I don't have a team.
Yeah.
People who know me know I don't have a team. So yeah, it's Dallas Cowboys, man. Shout out to you all. May y'all rest in peace again this season. Hey, I might call R.O. Levy. You know, my man, Mr. R.O. Levy. I have a
Levy
lot of
probably
respect
in a
for him.
casket somewhere.
Somewhere.
He probably in a casket.
Hey, he might be up there at the infirmary.
Yeah.
Does he cremate people at his place?
I don't
No, I don't
know,
think
man.
so.
I don't know.
But wherever he cremates people, he might take that jersey and throw it in the cremator and just burn it up, man. So just throw it in there, man. I got a feeling, me personally, I'm not for sure if they secured CD Lamb yet to keep him there, but I see him leaving, man. I see him leaving, and you know, they got the Cooks kid who did great things this year. They had all the pieces. The defense did not show up at all. If you learn how to attack Michael Parsons and get him not involved or keep him from getting involved, you normally take over that defense. And a big missing part was Diggs in the secondary because they had people wide open all night.
Shout out to my boy Trey Drill, man. He say he own these people, man.
Hey,
Say
Shamp
he
might
own
go
these
to the
people.
next game, man.
He say he own these people.
Hey,
man.
Shamp might go to the next game. So, oh yeah. But hey, as you all know, all good things come to an end.
Yeah.
And so, with that being said, until we see you all next time,
Hey, if you're not doing it with passion, doing it with purpose.
hey, don't do it at all. So, thank y'all for coming out.
God bless. Good
Good night.
Trip salute to little Tony, man.
Oh yeah,
Come on home,
little
my
Tony.
man.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.